Here's the truth. Some things are difficult to accept, but staying silent about them can be far more dangerous. Each week, I sit with older women who are struggling not because of any incurable illness, but due to everyday habits they thought were safe or even beneficial. What if I told you that the way you've been approaching self-pleasure after the age of 60 could be quietly disrupting your hormones, weakening your pelvic muscles, and even reducing your overall vitality? My name is Dr. Nimra Bennett. I'm a physician with over 3 decades of experience in women's wellness. I've dedicated my life to helping women live longer, stronger, and with more confidence. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to offer you care, clarity, and honesty. Because if no one else is talking about this, then I will. Most of us were taught that masturbation is natural and private, something we carry with us throughout life. But here's the difficult truth. After 60, what once boosted your energy and well-being might now be quietly depleting it. What once brought comfort may now be creating fatigue, hormone fluctuations, and discomfort without you even realizing it. This guide will walk you through 5 common but often overlooked masturbation mistakes that women over 60 are making today. These are not harmless slip-ups. They are medically recognized age-specific risks that can disrupt your hormonal balance, create pelvic strain, raise inflammation, and deteriorate your well-being over time. But the good news is, each of these mistakes is avoidable once you understand what's really happening in your body. Whether you're 60, 70, or 85, this isn't about shame, it's about knowledge, ownership, and reconnecting with your body in a way that truly supports your health. Let's begin with something many women assume is harmless, yet it's quietly disrupting the natural connection between mind and body. It's the habit of relying on overstimulating visual content to trigger arousal. Over the years, I've had heartfelt conversations with women in their 60s and beyond, strong, wise women who shyly ask me, is it okay to still watch porn? It's not a strange question. It's actually one of the most relevant questions a woman can ask as she ages. The concern isn't about watching explicit content itself, but how today's fast-paced, aggressive, and visually overstimulating content affects your brain as it ages. Younger brains bounce back quickly, but after 60, the dopamine system is more delicate. The same content that once sparked arousal can now dull it, creating a dependency that leaves you feeling numb, anxious, or disconnected from your body. Many of my patients report a sense of emotional crash after the act, restlessness, fatigue, or even sadness. That's not a character flaw, it's biology. When the brain is bombarded repeatedly with intense visual cues, it becomes less responsive to the subtle, internal rhythms of real desire. You might notice a disconnect. The mind is stimulated, but the body doesn't follow. And over time, that divide grows, weakening your natural arousal response. This isn't just about sexual function, it's about your autonomy. Relying on screens to feel anything puts your sense of control into something external, and the older you get, the higher that cost becomes. It's also easy to confuse desire with distraction. Many women turn to pornography not for pleasure but to fill the silence of loneliness or boredom. If you resonate with this, try stepping away for a week. Observe how you feel afterward, not just during. Pay attention to your emotional and physical state a few hours later. If you're feeling more drained than nourished, your body is telling you something. Replace the screen with slow, mindful touch. No goal, no pressure, just exploration. Many women report greater sensitivity, better lubrication, and emotional steadiness when they allow their nervous systems time to reset. And if you're not ready to let go entirely, simply reduce intensity. Choose slower, more realistic content. Avoid switching rapidly between clips. Never engage when you're not already naturally aroused. That's when the act starts becoming mechanical rather than meaningful. You can also experiment with incorporating breathwork or meditative awareness during the experience. It deepens your connection and reduces overstimulation. A calm mind supports a vital body. Now let's explore something just as vital. Many women assume that as long as it feels good, it must be good. But frequency without recovery becomes a hidden drain on your energy. It's not about how often you masturbate, it's about whether your body has the capacity to restore itself afterward. In your 20s or 30 seconds, your body resets quickly after orgasm. But after menopause, your hormonal system becomes more sensitive. Orgasm releases a hormone called prolactin that can make you feel calm or even drowsy. When you're older, that hormonal dip can last longer. If you're stimulating daily or multiple times a week without sufficient rest, it can begin to wear you down mentally, emotionally, and physically. I've seen women blame this exhaustion on age when in reality it's about habit. When you give your body more time between sessions, your energy often returns, your mood stabilizes, and your overall health improves. Some women don't even realize they're doing it out of habit rather than true desire. Loneliness, boredom, anxiety, they all play a role. If you find yourself engaging not because you're excited, but because you're restless, that's a sign. It's worth listening to. There's no perfect number, but for many women over 60, 2 or 3 times a week is a healthier rhythm only when your body feels genuinely ready. Rest is not weakness, it's recovery. You may even discover that the less frequently you engage, the more powerful and satisfying the experience becomes. Another critical area that's often ignored is pelvic and vaginal health. By the time most women reach their 60s, their vaginal tissue has already undergone significant changes. Hormones decrease, elasticity and lubrication diminish. Yet the habits formed earlier in life, strong pressure, repetitive movements, or stimulation without full arousal, often remain. These habits can cause micro-injuries or place stress on the pelvic floor muscles. Over time, this can lead to discomfort, urinary issues, or even pelvic prolapse. Many of these symptoms are dismissed as just aging, but they are often signs of strain that could have been prevented with more informed care. You may not feel damage happening right away, but eventually, the signs emerge: pain, numbness, or a sense of disconnection. If this sounds familiar, slow down. Use adequate lubrication. Allow your body time to become fully aroused before any stimulation. Avoid pressure and force. Instead, focus on sensation and breath. This small shift in how you approach your body can lead to stronger orgasms, reduced discomfort, and better long-term pelvic health. Now think about how you move or don't move during self-pleasure. A lot of women remain still, lying in the same position, barely shifting. This lack of physical movement contributes to reduced blood flow, especially in a body where circulation has already slowed with age. When you remain motionless, sensation can fade, and arousal becomes weaker. Movement brings oxygen, improves blood flow, and engages muscles that support sexual function. Even simple actions, tilting your pelvis, rocking your hips, or flexing your thighs, can enhance sensation and reawaken your body's natural rhythms. Don't think of this as exercise. Think of it as awakening. A body that moves during pleasure stays more alive to it. Walk before or after. Stretch. Invite your whole body to participate. Finally, there's one trap that affects more women than any of us care to admit. It has nothing to do with touch or hormones, and everything to do with the emotions we don't talk about. Many women in later life carry a quiet grief: loss of partners, change in identity, disconnection from intimacy. In those moments, masturbation can become a form of escape from pain rather than a path to connection. You may find yourself going through the motions not out of desire, but to dull loneliness or sadness. And though it brings brief relief, it often leaves a deeper emptiness afterward. I've seen this pattern again and again: women reaching for stimulation when what they really need is comfort, support, or purpose. You are not broken. You're not too old for connection. But if you find yourself using self-pleasure to avoid feelings rather than explore them, that's your moment to pause and check in. Ask yourself, what's really going on? A simple act of self-awareness can change everything. When you engage with yourself from a place of curiosity and compassion rather than habit or escape, the experience transforms. You begin to feel not just relief, but renewal. In truth, the biggest mistake isn't overstimulation, overuse, or technique. It's ignoring your body's evolving voice. The same habits that once worked may no longer serve you. Your body after 60 is not your body at 30. It requires different care, deeper listening, and a new level of respect. You've spent a lifetime being strong, being responsible, doing what's needed. Now is the time to tune in to honor the wisdom of your body and the emotional truth within it. Aging isn't loss, it's refinement. It's not a closing chapter, it's a deeper one. The moment you shift from habit to awareness, you begin to reclaim the energy, intimacy, and joy that has always been within reach. You don't need to do it all at once. Start with one small change, one new question, one act of gentleness. You still have time. You still have power. You still have the ability to feel fully alive.